The line, where games are won and lost. While the maxim is simple, the play is not. Intricate layers including timing, instinct, stamina, and strength combine to determine who controls the field. Perhaps no player now understands the interplay of these elements better than sophomore defensive tackle Andrew Brown. The Gatorade National Player of the Year from Chesapeake's Oscar Smith High School struggled through an inconsistent and injury-riddled freshman season, but he showed great promise this spring. Gains from off-season weight and boxing training, combined with increased reps, have the sophomore ready to contribute this fall.
One thing that I've learned from this past season was perseverance, because you're going to go through some trials and tribulations, especially coming off of the toe injury. That set me back a whole lot. Coming out of high school, I was a highly recruited guy and things like that, but some kind of knocked me off of my high horse so I can get back to the grind and, start a whole new legacy for me in the college arena.
Could be one of those stories where a guy gets upset because he's not playing, he's not doing this, and it could be very negative. Well, even because he played and dealt with the injuries, that he understands it's a process as well as you go from A to B. And sometimes you take the good and the bad and you work on it. You do things to find out how you can change your game, change your body, which he did.
It's something about when I went home for that winter, man, and I did that whole boxing thing, it changed everything. Having to wake up 5:30 in the morning and go back at 8 o'clock at night every day. I saw those results in the weight room, I saw the results on the field, and being able to handle my assignments better, as far as stepping a certain way, not being off balance, things like that, having my hands, being able to actually get engaged with the offensive lineman and be able to get them off of me. My strength has definitely improved. I went from about 21% body fat to now I'm 12%. I wasn't getting called fat boy anymore. I'm able to focus more on my craft and what I really need to focus on, what I need to do, and everything just coming easier to me.
During the course of this spring, because of the injuries to Mike Moore and Dante Wilkins, he got a lot of snaps. So his development, now that he's healthy, has really been accelerated. And you saw glimpses of that on the football field, during the 15 spring practices that we've had.
Boxing isn't the only remarkable off-the-field skill of the sophomore D-tackle. Understanding the longevity of the average football career, the second year is working towards a degree in media studies, intent on translating his longtime love for music production into a career after his playing days are done.
Right after my mom had passed away, my grandma had signed me up for piano lessons. And after I did that, when I was in class, I would be pressing these keys or whatever, testing out the new sounds on that keyboard. And there was some sounds up there that would, just get my mind going. I'd be like, that would sound nice on a beat. I ran across a software online called FL Studio, which is what I use now to make the beat. And my dad would sometimes hear me doing it and things like that. And then, as time progressed, he saw that I was getting pretty serious with it, so he would keep buying me more equipment. As time went on, then one Christmas, he just bought me the whole thing, the speakers, the keyboard. After that, I started getting serious, just started making these beats, man, and then now they call me Drizzle Beats. On my downtime, when I come home after practice or after lifting, class, things like that, just come home and hop in the studio. I'm majoring in media studies, so it's really helping me stay, focused as far as beat making and things like that, and it's actually helping me perfect my craft, as I'm learning more of the technical side of it versus, the creative side.
At certain points, you can make words stick out by having track 2 pan to the left and track 3 pan to the right. So you got the lead vocal up front and 2 extra vocals come up on the sides mimicking what's happening in the lead vocal. That's why it sounds so good, and they've been doing this since the Beatles.
Nowadays, you just can't be reliant on football, because, football only lasts a certain time in your life, You gotta find something else that you love to do. Music just happens to be something that I really love to do.
Andrew is a unique young man in that he is he's very gifted from the musical standpoint. He's made practice playlists for me, and during practice and for our women's camp. So he's very talented from that standpoint. He's working at his craft.
This season, the aspiring music producer hopes to compose a season like he constructs a beat, layered with different elements that harmonize into a successful performance.
This is Drizzle Beats, and this is Behind the Beat. Like sometimes you just play on the keyboard, and I heard this. Let me see what else I could put with that. I came up with the strings, then I added a little With me, I like my hard kicks and my hard 808s and things like that with the hard snares and stuff. And nowadays we use a lot of hi-hats too, so once I put everything together, you get something like this.